Good afternoon, happy Tuesday. I'm Clint Wallace.
I'm Matt McNamara.
Thanks for joining us. We're in this office with Scott and Wallace. We're here every Tuesday. Today's topic is going to be about time, and the law has a lot of time limits, time frames that are very important. But before we get to that, to give people a chance to tune in, what you been working on today, Matt?
I've actually had a lot of phone calls from potentials, which is a good thing. Whether you've got a case, you just want to know if you have a case, or you just need a little direction with where to go with your issue. We're always here to talk and go over those issues with you. So I've been doing a good bit of that today, and also a little workers' comp work. So digging through medical records and exciting stuff like that.
Okay.
How about you?
I've been working on some pleadings in response to a summary judgment motion.
Ooh, very exciting.
Very exciting. And we've got Roberts and Quincy right now at a case management conference getting a trial set, and there's lots of dates and times that come when that happens.
You guys have a lot of people that have just joined in too.
Okay.
All right.
Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Okay. Matt, Matt, as many of you know, chairs our employment and workers' comp division. And there's a lot of time frames that are involved with that practice of law. Can you name or talk about some of the important ones?
Yeah, so under Florida law, we've talked before in the past, you have to go through that administrative process before you can file a lawsuit on a basis of discrimination. So while a lot of claims have the traditional statute of limitations, under the employment law claims, it's a little bit different in the sense that you just have 365 days from the discriminatory conduct to make a complaint with the Florida Commission on Human Relations. After their investigation, if they give you a right to sue letter, then you've got 365 days to go forward and file your lawsuit. So in Florida, if you're being discriminated against, it's easy to remember that I've got 1 year from the date of discrimination to get it filed, and then once I get my right to sue letter, I've got 1 year to go file my lawsuit. If you're in Georgia, because they don't have their own local commission on human relations like we do in Florida, you only have 180 days to file a complaint with the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, and then when you get your right to sue letter, you only have 90 days to file it. So in Georgia, it's a much tighter window than it is down here in Florida, where you've got 1 year and 1 year.
Okay.
And then also, I guess, for workers' comp, the main takeaway for workers' comp is you've got 30 days to report your injury to your employer. So out of all the dates that we're going to talk about here today, that's one of the most important ones, because you don't want to lose that guaranteed coverage for your medical treatment by your employer. So 30 days if you're injured on the job.
Okay, and it's important to remember these are just general guidelines. The specific facts of a case, lots of times people hate to hear legalese, but lots of times it's unclear when a statute of limitation might run, or there's room for argument. So for instance, if there's ongoing discrimination, it's a question of when the timeline starts and when it may end.
Absolutely. So don't just look at your calendar and not call us. If it's close, feel free to call us, because like Clint said, there's a lot of everything in the law, a lot of arguments on both sides that may actually extend your statute of limitations.
Sure. Okay, and I, along with Robert, run our personal injury department. The main statute of limitations there are, and first of all, what is a statute of limitation? We keep using that word, but that's the time frame in which you have to bring a claim. If you wait past the statute of limitations, you're forever barred from bringing the claim, even though it may be a valid claim.
Right.
Okay, and in Florida, you have 4 years generally to bring a personal injury claim. Okay, obviously you don't want to wait 4 years, because lots of times there's witnesses that may move on or forget things. There's no reason to wait unnecessarily, but generally you have 4 years. But certain specific cases, like medical malpractice cases, it's limited to 2 years. Okay, now Georgia is 2 years for across the board for everything. And different states have different statute of limitations, so that's always something to consider, is contact an attorney as quickly as possible.
Right.
Okay, another timeline that we deal with in car accident cases in Florida, we have something called personal injury protection, or PIP. You might have heard it referred to. Pursuant to the law, you have 14 days to get medical treatment to have PIP benefits apply. And that allows $10,000 to go pay your medical bills, to pay your doctors and your hospitals, that ultimately is going to help the value of your case and help you go get the treatment that you may need. And so it's important to go get treatment as quickly as possible. And most of all, if you have a potential case, call an attorney as quickly as you can. Because lots of times it's going to be beneficial to get in early.
100%. And there's a lot of investigation and collecting records. I mean, there's a whole lot that goes into preparing a lawsuit. So although you might think, oh, I've got some time in the statute of limitations,
sure,
it's not like you're going to walk in the door, sit down with us, and then we're filing a lawsuit the next day. So it's in your best interest for your case to get in as early as possible and give yourself as much time as possible to get everything in line with your case.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, thank you guys for tuning in today. We're out of time.
Yeah.
as they're speaking here. We're going to get back to work, but if you have any questions, give us a call anytime, 222-7777, 850 in Florida, or in Georgia? 229-236-3636.
Okay.
Give us a call if you
Lots
have
of
any
numbers
questions.
to remember
lots of
today.
numbers. All right. Well, you guys have a good day. Thanks for tuning in.
Take care.